2045. That's the year futurists like Ray Kurzweil have long predicted the arrival of the singularity. The point where technological progress becomes so rapid, so self-improving, that humanity as we know it will fundamentally change. The moment where artificial intelligence, quantum computing, biotechnology, and automation converge into something that rewrites civilization itself. This is not speculation. It is not science fiction. It is the logical conclusion of exponential technological growth. It is already happening. The only question left is who will control it. Because if we do not claim the future, they will. The world we grew up in is not built to handle the speed of technological progress. Bureaucracies move at a glacial pace. Corporations think only in terms of quarterly profits. Governments are still debating 20th century problems while 20th century revolutions unfold in real time. But technology does not wait for politics. It does not wait for ideology. It does not wait for elections. It accelerates. And if we do not take control of its trajectory, we will be at the mercy of those who do. The singularity is coming. The question is not if, but who will benefit. And if history has shown us anything, it's that those in power will do everything they can to hoard the benefits for themselves, while the rest of us are left behind. By the early 2030s, the world will begin its final divergence. The path we take in the next decade determines what kind of civilization emerges from the other side of the singularity. There are two futures ahead of us. In one future, the trajectory remains in the hands of the oligarchs. In this world, wealth inequality is no longer just about material resources. It is about the fundamental structure of existence. Longevity treatments become available, but only for the ultra-rich. AI automates nearly all labor, but instead of freeing people from work, it creates a new digital aristocracy where a handful of families control all economic output. Post-scarcity is not denied. It is simply privatized. In this world, the singularity does not liberate humanity. It ends the idea of democracy entirely. A new ruling class emerges, not bound by age, mortality, or scarcity. They become the last rulers of Earth. And the rest of us? We are locked into a system where the future is no longer something we shape. It is something we obey. The second future is different. The second future is ours if we so choose. But it does not happen automatically. It happens because we fight for it. If we succeed in launching the Renaissance of Reason in 2026 and 2028, we will have exactly 1 decade to put the world on the right path before the singularity takes off. 1 decade to ensure that the benefits of technological acceleration belong to all of us, not just the ruling class. Here's what that timeline looks like. 2029 to 2032. The third Reconstruction and New Deal 2.0. The first step is immediate economic stabilization. We implement the New Deal 2.0, ensuring that the wealth created by automation is distributed equitably. Universal basic income, publicly owned, fully automated infrastructure, and the expansion of worker-owned co-ops form the foundation of a new economy that is not built on exploitation. Simultaneously, the third Reconstruction ensures that every marginalized group that has been systematically disenfranchised for centuries is given the full rights, protections, and reparations they are owed. This is not just about justice. It is about ensuring that the singularity is built on a foundation of equality, not aristocracy. 2033 to 2037, the longevity breakthrough and the abolition of aging. Biotechnology will reach the point where aging can be treated as a disease if we make it a national priority. Aging could be effectively cured within 5 years, but under capitalism, it will be a luxury product, reserved for the few. Under a post-scarcity economy, it becomes a human right. The same technology that would have created an immortal ruling class instead becomes the great equalizer. Aging should be treated the same way we treat clean water, vaccines, and public health infrastructure. Everyone benefits, and no one is left behind. 2038 to 2042, the full transition to a post-scarcity economy. By this point, fully automated automation has fully taken over the economy. But instead of creating mass unemployment and desperation, it is structured to ensure that no one is dependent on meaningless labor to survive. People are freed from the need to work to justify their existence, and society is restructured around self-actualization, education, and human flourishing. Every person on Earth is given access to the resources once hoarded by the ultra-wealthy. Every person has the ability to create, to explore, to pursue their passions without the constraints of economic precarity. The artificial barriers of the past, class, race, wealth, are rendered obsolete. 2043 to 2045, the singularity, but for everyone. The final stage, the moment where artificial intelligence surpasses human intelligence, where quantum computing reaches its full potential, where biotechnology, nanotechnology, and automation reach levels once thought impossible. In the wrong hands, this would be the moment where humanity is locked into permanent digital feudalism. But in this world, the one we fight for, it is the moment where we become a truly liberated species. It is the moment where we are no longer bound by the limitations of history, by the constraints of scarcity, by the hierarchies of the past. It is the moment where humanity takes its next step, not as subjects under a new ruling class, but as free beings shaping our own destiny. The singularity is coming. That is not a debate. That is a fact. The only question left is who will control the future. Because it will not wait for us to decide. The path is being set now. The laws that govern AI, automation, longevity, and quantum computing are being written now. And if we do not write them, they will. This is not about left or right. This is about whether humanity enters its next stage as a liberated species or as permanent subjects under a digital aristocracy. The Renaissance of reason is not just about the present. It is about making sure the future belongs to everyone. The choice is still ours, but not for long.